Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I thought it would be a great idea if we break down the incredible fighting style of King Ryan Garcia. Now, after dealing with a rough patch of controversy and taking a tough loss to Rolly Romero, Ryan was able to bounce back in a major way by defeating Mario Barrios to capture the WBC welterweight title. Now, from round 1 to 12, he looked sharp, disciplined, locked in, and dominated the fight. So let's break down exactly what made him successful in the fight so we can apply it to our own training. Now, for my analysis, the keys to success for Ryan in this fight would be the speed, the jab, the hooks, and fighting in the center. Now for the speed. Now Garcia's speed is elite. His hands isn't just fast, it's explosive. But what makes it even more dangerous is how he pairs his speed with his timing. Now throughout the fight, Ryan would be able to get into range, land cleanly, and get out before Barrios could even react. And he doesn't use reckless speed, he's controlled burst, quickly punching, landing combos, and immediately shifting out or pivoting out of range. So he also uses the speed defensively. As he crashes in to throw combos, he'll smother Barrios' punches and get chest to chest, so Barrio doesn't have any ability to throw punches from such a close range. Now for the jab. I think the jab of Ryan Garcia was his most important tool throughout the fight. Now he was able to use the jab to set up power shots, break Barrios' guard, control the distance, and maintain a high output. And he doesn't throw a lazy jab at all. He throws it with intention. Sometimes it's a rangefinder, sometimes it's a hard snapping jab, and sometimes it's used to frame. Now, framing is when you place your glove or your forearm on your opponent's face, neck, shoulder, or on their guard to control them. Now Ryan framed a lot during the fight. He would throw the jab, and he wouldn't throw it to necessarily hit him, but just to get it in front of his face, and which this is used to blind Barrios. And then from there, he could either break the guard with his jabbing hand, or he could just blind him and throw off right hands before Barrio could even react. All right, so now for the hooks. Now everybody knows Ryan Garcia has a great left hook. Ryan Garcia has one of the fastest, cleanest left hooks in boxing. It's compact, explosive, and he throws it with full commitment.
Let's take a look at some left hook tips.
Now it's important to go over the mechanics of Garcia's left hook, and a lot of where his power comes from is actually his stance and footwork. Garcia is after an orthodox fighter who stands in an upright, relatively bound stance, but he does tend to be quite flat-footed at times, as he looks to sit down in his shorts. However, doing so allows him to transfer the power from his legs and hips into the punches. For his left hook specifically, he tends to keep his weight slightly over his back foot at first, before looking to shift his weight forward explosively.
Yeah, it's like,
You gotta whip it.
yeah,
And then bring a little bit weight on it, but
boom. But see, when they say hook, they throw hook.
I don't like it.
It's not hook. It's almost like a slap.
Yeah, it's a slap.
But it's like,
But if you end up turning it over, they're out.
This fight, he was able to surprise a lot of people. He showcased his right hook, and it was devastating. He knocked Barrios down with the right hook in round 1, which immediately set the tone.
Let's take a look at how Ryan was able to get the knockdown in round 1. He begins by using the frame to find the range and set up the right hook. Ryan fires the right hook to the body. He then uses the frame again, but this time he will throw the right hook to the head, since Barrios is now worried about body shots. But before throwing the hook, you will notice he uses the frame to break Barrios' guard.
He would throw shovel hooks, and shovel hooks is when you blend a hook and an uppercut together. So instead of hitting on the side of the ear, you're hitting more on the cheek or in the center of the face. And it comes from a weird angle. They don't really expect it. And it makes it harder when you throw these type of hooks. It makes it harder for the opponent to see. It makes it harder to block and hard to prepare for. And now with this, I would say, make sure you always switch things up. Don't be too predictable in the fight, and switch up the different variations that you're using for the style of punches that you like. All right, guys, so fighting in the center. Now, one thing I noticed throughout the fight is that Ryan spent a very little amount of time against the ropes. And anytime he would get close to them, he would immediately pivot or step off at an angle. He clearly preferred fighting in the center, and I think there's a few reasons why. When you're fighting in the center of the ring, especially when you can outbox your opponent, you can set the pace. Fighting in the center of the ring allows you to better control the distance and have more mobility during the fight, so you can, angle off and evade strikes. And also allows you to have better control of cutting off your opponent, especially if they start backing up. And this allows you to stop their lateral or circular movement and get them cornered and put the pressure on them. And also, Ryan felt confident enough to outbox Barrios in an open space, so he kept the fight in the center. But yeah, guys, I hope you was able to learn something from this video. Check out Ryan's speed and his timing. You should check out some of the ways that he trains for his speed and his timing. Utilize a jab that's disciplined, how he uses it to set up other punches. Use some hook variations. Make sure you're surprising your opponent with different techniques and different variations of punches, and use the ring wisely. So make sure you're kind of conscious of fighting in the center of the ring and why you're doing it, and trying to get back to it when you feel yourself getting backed against the ropes. With that, I hope you guys could take some stuff out from this video and apply it to your own training. If you did like this video, let me get a boxing glove in the comments, and let me know who you would like me to make a video on next. Also, who do you guys think Ryan Garcia should fight next? I know that he has a number of opponents that would be some good fights, but let me know who you guys think would be best. Until next time, I'll see you later. Peace.